Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I guess you figured by now I'm not Kristen Van Dyke. I'm Elias Gallegos, the face of Fox, in for Kristen.
And this is New Mexico style. And poor Kristen hurt her arms snowboarding.
Yeah, get well, Kristen.
Yeah, we
Rest.
hope you feel better. And, you know, last night I had a range of emotions watching television. Do you ever have that where you watch one show and you're hysterical crying, and then you watch another show, you're hysterical laughing by yourself, and you think, wow, is this really my life?
Yeah, the 93 Chicago playoffs were like that for me.
Were they? Oh, I hope Sunday's not like that for me. Well, last night, you know, I watched Idol, and I'll tell you what, there was such a touching story at the end. I don't know if anybody got a chance to see the show, but it always ends, you know, with the most dramatic backstory. You know how they do that? Well, the sweet girl, she has been engaged. She'd been with her fiance, I guess, for several years, and it turned out that he had a stroke unexpectedly last year. Very, very young couple, and so she has gone from really just being, you know, his fun, significant other planning wedding to his caretaker, really. And it's a beautiful story. And so she sings, and she's amazing, and she gets through, and then he hugs her, and it was so touching. I was hysterical crying. And then I ended up watching Ellen DeGeneres' Here and Now comedy show, and I laughed so hard. I thought, I cannot believe I'm sitting in my house alone laughing like a loser. But it was the funniest thing if you ever get a chance to see it. Anyway, something else to mention.
Well, today is officially Groundhog Day.
Yes.
And Phil officially saw his shadow this morning in
Punxsutawney.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. Not far from where AccuWeather was, where I used to work, in Punxsutawney. It's a crazy town, you know? But unfortunately, forecasted another 6 weeks of winter for the U.S. It's pretty sad. Much of the Southwest, however, though, meteorologists are still predicting will still have a mainly dry and mild winter through March. So we might not be as affected as other parts. I think the Great Lakes or and areas like that in the Northeast are going to have a worse winter than we will. But we'll see what happens. We'll keep all of our winter clothes handy just in case.
And let's check in with KRQE news anchor 13 Elizabeth Alvarez for this morning's headlines. I said that
I like
backwards.
how you said the 13.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Look, she's 13-year-old Elizabeth Alvarez. Looking good.
Love it. Love the intro, Elias. Thank you. Good morning, Nikki, and good morning to you at home. Police want parents in Valencia County this morning to keep a close eye on their children. Listen to this. Right now, police are looking for a man they say tried to kidnap 2 kids at their bus stops. It happened yesterday in Rio Communities. 2 teens were walking to their bus stops on Hermosa Street when they say they were approached by a man who told them to come with him. One of the boys says the man then tried to grab him.
Keep an eye out for strange people in your neighborhoods. Keep an eye out for your kids. You know, take them to the bus stop if you have to for a while to make sure that this guy's not doesn't prey on somebody else.
Police patrols will continue for the next few days in that area. If you see anything suspicious, you're urged to call police. A governor appointee criticized for not disclosing details of his past has now been officially awarded a job with the state of New Mexico. Greg Marcantel was confirmed by the Senate yesterday to lead the Department of Corrections despite objections made by the Senate Rules Committee chairwoman. She criticized Marcantel for leaving out information on a questionnaire that asked appointees to list any claims of sexual harassment or other workplace misconduct. Well, Marcantel listed none, but he has acknowledged he was suspended twice in Louisiana 30 years ago and was served with a lawsuit that claimed he mishandled a case involving sex crimes against children. After nearly 2 hours of grilling the man, the committee did vote him in. The site of one of the deadliest prison riots, which is just south of Santa Fe, opens to the public today. New Mexico's most notorious prison riot started 32 years ago today, on February 2nd, 1980. The prison's most dangerous inmates overpowered 2 guards in an open dorm. They broke through bulletproof windows and got a hold of the keys to the entire prison. Some of this is actual footage from then. 33 inmates died and a number of guards were badly hurt. Today's tour is sold out, but the old main building will be open once a month for tours. Turning our attention now to childhood obesity. Yes, it is out of control in New Mexico. The stats are just startling. Listen to this. More than 1/3 of high schoolers aren't just overweight, they're considered to be obese. And experts agree that you need to deal with the problem before it starts. And they say to do so as a family. Matt Morrow has the details.
Just gonna raise straight up, just like that.
The Horn Family YMCA is a maze of machines and a sea of sneakers. And in the middle of all this iron getting pumped is little Richard Baca, who's warming up for his workout with the Y's Wellness Director, Carrie Ann Drindle.
I think if you're healthy, you'll get sick less often.
That's just one reason Richard and other kids as young as 9 are now going to the gym.
So each time you come down, touch my hands.
But the main reason they're hitting the weights is to stop kids from becoming obese.
The truth is that with childhood obesity being such an issue nowadays, we have to do everything we can as early as we can. And so by having families and kids work out together here at the Y, we're addressing the entire issue.
So Richard's mom is here too.
Hey, Crystal.
And together, they're making sure he doesn't end up with the physical and emotional problems that many overweight kids struggle to overcome.
For myself now, and as well as for my son, it absolutely goes through my mind, because, you know, to live a healthy, happy life is very important.
Blow as the weight goes up. Blow, and now breathe in.
Carrie Ann's getting kids and parents excited about exercising.
Channel 60 is my favorite.
So whether it's giving them a TV to watch while they're pedaling away calories on a bike,
Now pull your knees in. Good. Thumbs down. Pull your knees in.
or changing up their challenging workouts, she's hoping to create habits that'll keep them healthy for a lifetime.
Pretty good. Yeah, this is more fun than what you would have ever imagined, huh?
Matt Morrow, KRQE News 13.
He certainly is doing very good. By the way, the CDC says kids need at least 1 hour of exercise every day. And that wraps it up for your morning headlines. For all the day's news and weather, start your mornings with Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and myself every weekday morning beginning at 4:30 a.m. on KRQE News 13. Elias, Nikki, back to you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
I could get inspired by those kids. They have a better workout ethic than I do. Now, besides the big game itself, because I'm so excited about that, Super Bowl ads are always like one of the biggest attractions when you think about that day, right? I mean, last year, 111 million people watched the Super Bowl. That makes it the most watched TV event ever. I mean, that's a lot. That's a pretty big deal. And advertisers pay heavily for the privilege of reaching all of those eyeballs, you know, to the tune of $3.5 million just for a 30-second spot.
And speaking of eyeballs, if your eyeballs are watching New Mexico style, you don't have to wait until Sunday to get a first look at this year's much anticipated ads.
I know, you're very lucky to be watching us. Yesterday, I got a lot of great feedback about this. We saw Matthew Broderick reprising his role as Bueller. And he recreated his day off for Honda. It was fantastic.
And today we're getting a sneak peek of Volkswagen's game day ad, The Dog Strikes Back.
It's not Randy Jackson from American Idol.
No, it's not. But it is the sequel to last year's ad, The Force.
The Force. Let's take a look at that 2011 ad first. So cute. So cute. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it, I get a kick.
Oh, sorry.
Do you have the power? Do you have the force? Now, we showed you that ad because we really wanted this next one to make a little more sense for you, just in case you missed it last year. So here is a sneak peek at this year's ad, again entitled, The Dog Strikes Back.
Watch it. better than ever.
Oh, that's great! Can't miss that Vader kid. The dog's better. Are you kidding? The dog is funnier than the Vader kid.
That was good.
You like
I love anything Star Wars.
I know, but we were like watching this like kids, like, oh, I thought that was so cute. I love this. That is really one of the best parts. Now, if the Giants weren't playing that, I might say that was the best part of the Super Bowl, but this year, maybe not the best. No, but this is exciting. And of course, on our big game shows, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the advertising industry in so far as how it correlates with the Super Bowl and all of the big shows like that. So exciting. That was fun.
Yes.
I loved it. Okay, now moving on to something else. New Mexico's premier custom auto show is this weekend at Expo New Mexico. The Super Nationals show has gained national attention, showcasing the nation's leading show cars, automotive manufacturers and suppliers, and top custom automotive builders as well.
And this year's show will have a variety of custom cars, street rods, motorcycles, performance cars, and trucks, 4x4s, and restored muscle cars on display. Coming in from 11 states, here are a few of the featured vehicles. They're awesome.
Okay, what is that? You know more about cars than I do.
That's a Black Dragon 1944 V model Mack fire truck.
Wow,
that thing's probably
cool.
Priceless.
So muscle trucks really have nothing to do with like your
This is a
packs
double
and
trouble 1927 Ford Roadster. That one, I'd like to get behind the wheel of that guy.
That's really cool. Yeah, I love
wow.
it. Ooh,
whoa.
What's that?
That looks like something out of a ZZ Top video. It's a 1939 Ford Deluxe convertible.
It's called the GT39.
It's got the top's been cropped.
Yeah, I like the way they advertise it too with the purple in the background. What's the milk truck? Oh my gosh.
1916 Ford milk truck.
Wow.
Where do these people find these vehicles? Those are awesome.
Amazing. They're like, and they're so authentic. Look at that.
Ooh, that one's cool. 1932 Ford.
That's a Ford rod
sedan.
Okay, now let's see a motorcycle. There we go.
Ooh. A custom chopper motorcycle. That thing is probably like $100,000, I bet, or more.
I would bet more.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. It's going to be really interesting to see all the different cars. And I know there's so many people even in our channel, and in fact, even our general manager is really into cars.
Yes.
And I love to see all of the different varieties. And you can catch the auto show Friday through Sunday at the Manuel Lujan building, and that's at Expo New Mexico. And you can always visit casa.com for all of the details. Fun.
Go and be a part of the experience.
Yeah, you love driving like fast cars, don't you?
No.
He does. Especially when the weather's nice for driving. So what will the weather be?
Oh, let's take a look.